What's up, PreHeat family? We are back with another amazing bomb recipe. This recipe for these beef short ribs are literally gonna have y'all in a trance. But if you hear, like, comment, subscribe, y'all already know we about to jump right into the recipe, and share this with somebody who you would like to see make this for you. So I started by, I had 2 pounds of short ribs. I started by getting all of my veggies sliced. So I took a garlic like head and sliced it in half. I have some carrots, some onions, and some celery as well. I will have everything listed below, as well as a link to my website if you would like the full like recipe card, because I'll have that on there as well. So you're going to start by seasoning your short ribs. I just did a very basic seasoning because a lot of this is my first time making it too, y'all. First time making it, first time trying it, but a lot of the recipes that I looked up, it was not heavily seasoned. So I'm just gonna let the flavors come out on here. And y'all, when I tell y'all this is all the seasoning that I use, this is all you need. It's all you need. The flavors are immaculate. You don't need it to be super salty. I went ahead and did about half a tablespoon on each side, and you want to get some black pepper on there as well. I think the pepper is what really helped me develop that really nice sear. I didn't season the fat side just because those can be kind of like flavorful themselves. So I just did the each side with more of the meat. This is my first time buying them as well. I got them at Sam's Club on sale. So next time I think I'll get some with a little less fat on there. But you know, trial and error, trial and error. That's why we're here. If you can get yours for with a little bit less fat, do that. If not, I promise you the recipe just gonna turn out just as well. It is so yummy, y'all, like literally so yummy. So yeah, go ahead, get everything nice and seasoned. I almost missed one, but my boyfriend was like, excuse me, like, is one missing? And I was like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and flip that one over too. But yeah, salt, pepper, nice and easy. And then next you're going to take your Dutch oven. If you don't have a Dutch oven, I would suggest doing this in a cast iron of some sort, or something that can hold liquid. I guess you could do it in another pan as well, but I have a Dutch oven. I'll link mine in the comments. I got it from, I think it was Bed Bath & Beyond for on sale, so I'll be sure to link it in the comments with a nice price from Amazon, so y'all can get it to y'all quickly if you do need one of these. So go ahead, get them in there. A lot of the recipes that I watched, I specifically like to watch Gordon Ramsay's recipe because I feel like it's just Gordon Ramsay. So the recipe that he gave was to make sure you have a nice sear on these short ribs. So that's what I did. I heated my pan first. After the pan was heated, I then added the olive oil, allowed the olive oil to heat, and that's what's going to stop it from, you know, like sometimes you put it in there and then it starts to cook. But if you let the oil heat it up, it'll already be hot. So I went in after about 2 minutes. I was like, let me check the sear on this. And it wasn't really searing, as y'all could see. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and put it back. And I'm going to allow it to keep cooking for another 2 more minutes. And I say about after 4.5 minutes, y'all, this is what the sear looked like, baby. Stop playing. Stop. Like, for real, stop. Like, y'all, that sear is golden. Like, it's literally golden. So go ahead, flip it. I seared all of the sides just because that's what Gordon Ramsay did. Here I am struggling with my tongue, but it's okay because we're going to get it flipped, dipped, and laid to the side, baby. Yes, yes. So go ahead and get it flipped. You're going to sear on each side for about 4.5 minutes on a medium to high heat. We do not want this to burn. We just want it to sear. So yes, a medium to high heat. You don't need it to be super hot at all by any means. This is probably like on the 6. Like, you know, I like to tell y'all the numbers. This is a 6 in my house. My numbers go all the way up to 10, just for reference. So after I seared it on that side, I seared some of the fat sides as well. And I think this helped like develop more flavor because it's like the fat is rendering it down a little bit, adding a little bit of extra flavor. But yeah, y'all see that sear? This is gonna be some restaurant quality flavor stuff. And I also made it with some mashed potatoes, so I'll be sure to link that for y'all. The link the mashed potato recipe as well, because when I tell y'all it felt like it was on a cloud of heaven, it tasted like it was on a cloud of heaven. So boom, super simple recipe for both of these. This one does take 4 hours, so I say start it on a Sunday before you start your cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get your cleaning done. By the time you look up, finish your cleaning, finish your Sunday rest, reset, whatever it is that you do on Sunday, they should be done. It's gonna take about 4 hours in the oven, 30 minutes prep, I'd say. So I went ahead and took them to the side. Once all of them were done on each side, I laid them to the side and keep them right there because we're gonna use those next. Now you're gonna add in your carrots, your celery, and your onion. We're gonna let this cook down for about 2 to 3 minutes. Also add in that garlic, and make sure before you do this you turn your heat down. You don't want it cooking on that super high heat that it was on for the short ribs. So this is more of a low to medium heat. So right now I would say I have mine on closer to a 4 because the Dutch oven emits heat really well. So you're gonna go ahead and, like, it's gonna hold that other hot heat. So if it's on a 4, it's okay. Try to get some of that flavor, the juices from the bottom. I know it looks like it's little burnt pieces, but those are flavors, y'all. Like, that is all flavor. So go ahead and mix them around. Cook them down for about 2.5 minutes. You don't need them to be like fully cooked by any means because this is going to sit in the oven for the next 4 hours. But do you want to just get that flavor? So I let this cook down for 2 minutes. These celery, carrots, and onion is really like a staple for a lot of gourmet meals, I'm starting to learn. So if you got some, keep them handy. You can use this to make like a whole chicken or whatever it is. You can use it to make the chicken noodle soup. I also have that recipe on my YouTube as well. So if you need a reason to use some extra stuff, go ahead. That's your reason. Because, inflation a little high. And we need to use everything that we got in our refrigerator. Okay, now you're going to add in your 1/3 cup of flour. Like I said, all of the ingredients will be listed below. I tried to not get the loose skin of the garlic kind of floating in there. So try, if you can, try your best to not really get the flour onto your garlic. Just get it onto these veggies right here. It does take flour about 1.5 minutes to cook down. So give it that 1.5 minutes so you don't have super thick floury texture or taste in your mouth. And while that's cooking down, I added in my 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And I'm also going to mix that well and incorporate it into our veggies. Because now it's time for the shining star. We're about to put those not braised yet. We're about to put our short ribs back in. So like I said, just keep them on the side. You don't need to put them anywhere. Go ahead, add those back into your pot or your Dutch oven, whatever you're cooking it in. And now it's time for the real work. Another tip that I got from Gordon Ramsay is about adding the wine. So I've seen some recipes that add the wine and then immediately after they add in the beef broth. But in order for it to get a really nice kind of braised texture, you want to let that cook down. And I added all of these in seared, the best seared side up because of presentation, and we want it to look good. So add them in with the best, which one ever has the most sear on it, whichever side it does. Add that facing up towards you. We about to make this fall off the bone, y'all. Add in your red wine. I just had a red wine blend. Baby, I'm pretty sure this wine was like $6. It don't need to be nothing fancy by any means. You can go get you some barefoot. As long as it's red wine, that's all you need, okay? That's all you need. So get your red wine. You ain't got to spend thousands of dollars or $100 or, get nothing that's super expensive. Just get you a red wine. Now we are turning our stove back up to that 6, and we're going to let this wine reduce. Basically, when it reduces, it's cooking out all of the alcohol, and now we're going to use it for the flavor. So that's what we're going to do for the next 2.5 minutes. Turn that heat up, and you want it to really get kind of bubbling in a sense, like this. And as you can see, the wine looks completely different. It looks thicker too because of the tomato paste and flour. And then we're going to go in with our beef broth. Another tip that I learned while cooking this is to make sure that your short ribs are at least 1 inch above the liquid that is inside of this. That will help when it comes to them actually braising and kind of staying seared on the top for that presentation look. You don't want because if you look sometimes when you don't get a good sear, it just looks like boiled meat. And baby, all of us, we eat with our eyes. And we don't want it to look like that. So make sure you get that good sear in there. Add in that rosemary, that thyme. We got the garlic on the side. And we're about to add in our 2 bay leaves as well. So go ahead and add those in. What you're going to do is cover this pot and you're going to let it cook on 300 for 4 hours. Yes, that is a very long time, but good. Look, good things are worth waiting for, and this, y'all, this by all means is one of them. So please make sure that it is covered, and when you uncover it, it should look a little bit something like this. Yes, if you want, you can go ahead, take all the short ribs out and strain the sauce and cook it down for another 2 minutes to have like a thicker consistency for your sauce. Or if you're okay with the sauce looking like this, totally fine. I just took my herbs and went ahead and moved them to the side so I can get my short ribs out. And y'all, when I tell y'all these things were falling, like if you look, one of them's already off the bone. Baby, what bone? What bone? Stop playing. I had to scoot the bone back. But yes, it's so yummy, y'all. I cannot wait for y'all to taste this recipe. Please try this one out. And if you do try it, you already know you can send me a video, a picture, whatever you make, a TikTok or whatever, to my social media. It'll all be listed below. You can find all of that on my website as well as the full recipe card. Thanks you guys so much for all of your support and for watching. Share this video and give it a try. See y'all next time. Check out the mashed potato recipe.